Hi everyone, what's up and what's going down? How are y'all doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Dizzy here with a new series on the channel. What's going on right now, guys, is we're going to be having a series called Drafting Champions. And the whole point of this series is we have one season to draft champions. Now, what we're going to be doing is selecting a random team, and we'll do that right now, as you guys can hear. And that team will be the Atlanta Hawks. Okay, perfect. Don't worry, guys, we will be choosing every single team by the end of this. We won't have any duplicates, so by the end of the series, we will have had a chance at using every single team. What we're going to be doing, guys, is this. We're going to find the Atlanta Hawks, who have a great pick in the draft, but we're going to be moving them back to the 30th pick in the draft, starting with the hardest selection. And we're going to be moving our way on down episode by episode all the way till we get to number 1. We're going to start with number 30 just to make things hard on ourselves. And we're going to keep doing this until we get all the way to the first pick, which in theory will give us the best chance at winning a championship. But you never know. I do have to mention, guys, that injuries are off. We have only one season to win a championship by drafting players. And the one thing that does give us an advantage is we can use all the assets that we have to go ahead and try to get that championship. And what I mean by that is we can trade players, we can trade picks, which are going to be extremely helpful for us. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. Now, the real question is, what do we do? Do we go ahead and draft the best player, or do we draft a guy with high upside? For me personally, I don't know. At the 30th pick, this is just kind of like, do your best type of situation and see what happens. First, I'm going to try to see if there's anybody with high upside that I can get. Honestly, Donovan Mitchell is not a bad choice. We could use him as a trade chip as well, which could be cool. But I think I'm going to go and choose, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Do we just straight up go for defense? Or we could go for Hassan Whiteside, who plays defense and offense. That could be something we do. Marc Gasol is here, which is good too. The only thing we need high upside for is for trades. But I am using the injury-free roster. There are no injuries allowed, guys, because we only have one season and I want to have every team at their full potential, I guess you could say. So for right now, I think what I'm going to do is go for a front court that can defend, and now a front court that can stretch out to the perimeter. So I'm going to go for Kevin Love and Hassan Whiteside. I'm going to depend on those guys as much as I can, and hopefully, Donovan Mitchell got chosen. Okay, never mind. It's all good. Sucks for the Atlanta Hawks. Malcolm Brogdon is a guy that we can get, but Goran Dragic is the best overall player at that point guard position. Honestly, though, I think I'm going to have to see his defense. Perimeter defense, not so good. I'm going to have to go with Malcolm Brogdon. And who knows, man. Between Rudy Gay and JJ Redick, I feel as though there might just be some more depth at that small forward position. So I think I'm going to have to go for Malcolm Brogdon right now. And we have the 4th pick. I do have to mention that we do have Serpentine on. So what that means basically is if we have the 30th pick in one round, in the next round, we're going to get flipped. So if you're number 30, you'll be number 1 in the next round to make it as fair as possible. Do we go one-dimensional? You know what? I feel like Kyle Korver will be available in the future. So we're going to go with Rudy Gay. Please, do not take my main man Kyle Korver. JJ Redick is still there. Wow. Okay, let's get JJ Redick. Hawks are on the clock again. You can never have enough good point guards on your team. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get Jeremy Lin. You know what? I'm biting the bullet. I'll take the man. I feel like Kenneth Faried might be there. Oh, I forgot. We go down 60 picks. Huh. Okay. No problem. Let's see. I'm not too worried about small forward. We probably should, though, because Kevin Durant, LeBron James, guys like that can really just put a damper on your situation. PJ Tucker might be a guy we may have to go with. I think right now, though, in all honesty, power forward and small forward are our biggest needs because they don't have a lot of depth in either of them. So for defensive purposes alone, I'm going to have to go with this man right here, PJ Tucker. He's an all-around player, but defensively, we may need that at the small forward position just in case we end up going up against guys that are really, really good offensively. So, yeah, let's go ahead and pick him up. David West, though, is a guy that I feel like can be a contributor to our team. Center, I feel as though has enough guys that we can do what we need to do with that position. So let's go ahead and get David West and add some defense and grittiness to our team. Now we're here. So Trevor Booker is the best player available. These guys are not good at all, in my opinion. Not what we need, at least. Let's go ahead and see who we have. We have Brogdon and Lynn, Redick and Gay, Tucker, Love, West, and Whiteside. So a backup center will be our last priority. Let's find a more... Okay, Manu's on the board. Manu is clutch. You know what, Manu? I'm going to take you. As I'm saying, we only have one season to win a championship. So we don't have to worry about the salary cap because we only have this season, in all honesty. We have the assets for multiple years, in theory, to get this done. But we only have this season. So going over the salary cap really doesn't matter to me. It's just all getting what we need to do, right? We need to win a championship. You know what? I'm taking Tyson Chandler. His defense and rebounding can be greatly used. So let's do it. We're going to go with him. That's how it looks for the end of the draft, guys. We can dip into free agency. Anything we do is fair game for this season. So let's see what happens. Let's check out free agency real quick and see if anyone at all is even worth the time to sign. You know what? I'm just going to sign Vince Carter just because I want him to win a championship. First scoring option going to be Kevin Love. I'm going to give it to Kevin Love. Second scoring option, I'm going to give it to JJ Redick. And then Hassan Whiteside will be our third scoring option. And I feel like we're going to try to get shooters open. That's going to be how we're going to play, at least for our starting lineup. So I don't think we can really run too fast, especially with K-Love at a power forward position and Rudy Gay, who's really old. Our progressive fatigue is on, so we got to keep that in mind. Offensive rebounding, I'm going to go for it. Crash offensive glass. We have a lot of rebounding on this team. Limit perimeter shots, neutral defensive aggression, and defensive rebounding. Some crash, others run, because we got guys that can really score off the fast break, like Jalen, like Rudy Gay, so forth, yada, yada, yada. But one other rule that I do want to make, guys, we are not allowed to change the playbook of every team. So no matter what team we use throughout the series, you're not allowed to change the playbook. That's all the rules right there. I feel like this is how it's going to work out for us. Let's see how we do. I'm going to go ahead and simulate simulate through date, and see what happens. Our team is doing so well. I don't think we have a chance at a championship, but best team in the NBA, guys. Which is kind of crazy. We had the 30th pick, and what is going on? We should have had no chance in any way to be the best team in the NBA. I honestly think we're the best team in the NBA. Let's go ahead and check it out real quick. The standings in each conference. Actually, what? Golden State? The best team in the NBA, even in a simulation. You can't stop Golden State, led by Russell Westbrook, which is really ironic. Wow, Westbrook and Steven Adams. That is a good mix right there. I wonder why they don't do that in real life. But I feel like we need to make a trade. Guys, this might be a deal worth making. I know we're giving up a lot to get Pau Gasol, but I feel as though this might actually be worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and make this trade right here. It's a high cost to pay for Pau Gasol, but we only have one season to make this work. So let's go ahead and add Pau Gasol to the team. That's the only trade we're going to be making, looks like. So simulate through that date. We add some more scoring to the team, which is great. That's something that I really like to see, especially off the bench, which is hard to do. Oh my goodness. Now we're just losing. I feel bad. I feel horrible. Tyson, come back. Okay. Russell Westbrook, League MVP, Warriors, of course. Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year. Ish Smith, Sixth Man of the Year on the Warriors. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Defensive Player of the Year for the Wizards. Juan Hernan Gomez, good for you, Most Improved. And Steve Kerr, Best Record in the NBA. Alright, so it came down to the last game, honestly, to see who would be the best team in the East, but the Bulls won out. And let's see, Lonzo, Jimmy Butler, Dwight Howard. I feel like we could beat this team, in all honesty, if we do make it to the next round. Let's go ahead and simulate with Simcast. Can we beat the Toronto Raptors? Who knows? I was honestly surprised that we had the best record in the Eastern Conference for most of the season, which is weird. Like, we had the last pick in the draft, and we were able to do so well. I feel like going with the front court grouping that can score, play defense, stretch out the floor was a good decision. Adding Pau Gasol, I don't know if that was a good decision, because as soon as we got him, we started losing. But, I mean, you can't really be mad at that deal. That was the one deal we made as an addition to the team. And you know what? He doesn't give up much in terms of defense, at least in overall attributes. So you can't really get mad at it. That's just how I feel personally. Let's check the box score out. K-Love was beasting. Jeremy Lamb was their guy. Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year, and Paul George are their two big name players, I do believe. Let's continue on into the next game. Simulate with Simcast. We only got one season, guys. We got the time. Can we continue our winning ways against the Toronto Raptors? See, one thing about this type of series is when you do this, there are teams that don't necessarily play in win now mode. They try to get players for multiple seasons. And that's what happened with the Toronto Raptors. They tried to get guys that will help them for years to come. And the advantage we have is we only have one season, so we draft for the now. That's the advantage that we have as a player. We can draft for the now. We can draft using our thoughts of, okay, this player will be good for a trade. We can throw in all of our assets, such as first round picks, second round picks, into the pot to try and get that championship. That's the advantage we have. The disadvantage we have is the place we select at. The group of players we have from the position we selected and how well they're doing is kind of shocking. I never expected to have such a good team in terms of standings this early on in the series, because I didn't expect to have a playoff run at pick number 30, you know? That's just how I thought of it, in all honesty. But whatevs, man. I mean, I'm happy. We're in the playoffs. We have a good team in the 2K simulation engine. We're up 2-1 on Toronto, but now they're at home and they're fighting. No injuries. Remember that. Every team is at their best. So this is just overall rating and how the team works together and the system you're running, as well as the options you have as your scoring options. Toronto won this game. Give me an opportunity to move on to the next round. Toronto fighting hard at home in front of their home crowd. Can we fight back? Can we show some grit? Good job, Toronto. I'm proud of you. But don't do this at my expense, please. And it looks like they're going to get this win as well. Alright. Simulate with Simcast. And see what happens, man. Toronto is now in a rhythm. We're trying our best. Our best isn't good enough. Hey, it was a good run if we do lose this, but we had the 30th pick. So, oh my goodness, it's a close game. It's really close. Can someone pull away? Please let it be us if it is. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-huh. 1 minute remaining. Please don't let there be an upset. We win the game. We won the game. Return to calendar. Oh, I thought we won! Huh? Simulate with Simcast. Toronto coming out strong. We fight through the early barrage, but they're still playing. Okay. Is it our turn to go on a run? Looks like it. Oh, they're fighting back. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. Now we have the lead. We are going strong, man. It's so close right now. This is anyone's game. And it looks like Toronto wants it more. They want it way more. Wow. Fourth quarter run by Toronto. That's going to do it for this game. No doubt about it. The East is looking like it's a tough place to play. Simulate right here. And let's do it. Close game. Toronto takes the lead back and forth, but they're doing it, man. They want to win this series. Come on now. Come on now, please. Alright, guys. It looks like we're going to have an early exit from the playoffs. Unless we can have a good run. I mean, I had hope for a while there. And I have hope right now, but I mean, for a moment I could really feel like we had a good chance at winning the championship. But now it's just back and forth between the two of us. Who knows? We've been eliminated. Alright. Honestly, I felt like we could go a little bit further, but it just wasn't enough. You know what? It is what it is. 119 to 117, the final score to send us home. I felt like we could go a little further. Was the Pau Gasol trade really a good trade for us? You know what? That will forever live on as the question. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's go ahead and simulate the rest of the playoffs and see who wins. I think it's going to be the Warriors, which kind of, look at that, no struggle at all. The Warriors win the championship, even in a simulation. The Warriors are the best team in the league, winning a championship. There's Russell Westbrook. Oh my goodness. Yeah, guys, this was an insane series. I honestly thought we could pull off an upset early on. I just wish we could have gone a little bit further. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next episode. See you again. Thanks again. Adios.